is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up. Try again, one day you will break through. What you long for will find you. Through all the hard times, I always seem to find the light in your eyes.
So this week, instead of being out here, where I'm usually sitting, then I will stay indoor. So we will be in here, and I will have better sound because this time I'll be wearing a micropod, so I apologize for the bad sound when I was filming out in the nature over here actually. So yeah, I hope you bear over with me this time. And next week I will be filming from Tokyo. I will be back home because I'm going back to my family and my beloved partner, and I'm looking so much forward to it. Before my next knee operation here in Denmark, I will be Christmas hugging someone that I love more than anything. So yeah, let's start with the weekly report for your sign. Remember, you can always go to my channel and watch the guided meditation if you want to find your way into your silent self, where all the answers lie. Now it's time for your sign and your week. Hi there, Aquarius, and welcome to your modern shaman, Maria and RainbowLand, here with the weekly intuitive tarot heartful astrological forecast for the week that starts at the 19th of November and ends at the 26th. This week we are gonna draw a couple of cards, astrology card and tarot card of the week, while I'm talking about the astro, as you can see down there where the planets are. If you know the signs, you will be able to see it here. I won't go too deep into that because people want the short things sometimes, and I don't have much time. So it's two things because I'm leaving with an airplane in a very short time. So for Tokyo, back home. What I wanted to say this week, as the most important thing, is that we have Mercury retrograde. I have been taking so many reshots. I have professional sound equipment here, actually, as I'm saying that. I think I'm gonna sit with these on and make sure, yeah, the sound is good. That the sound is good, because otherwise this will be take 35. I'm always doing 12 Spanish and 12 English, 24 reports a week, and when you then have to take two, no, thank you. But that is Mercury retrograde for all of us, and you have it in your 11th house, which is a social sector, so you have to know that people can be slow, forget appointments, come late, you too. Things delayed, technology teasing you. Mercury is the planet of communication and movement. So imagine everything that goes within these two sectors. That's a lot. It's like bicycle or buses, cars, telephones, iPads, anything where you're in contact with the world, with other people, or just electronically trying to make things work. I'm trying to communicate this out for you guys, but there keep being problems. But I accept it because I know 3 weeks, 3 times a year approximately, we have this constellation, and it's not that bad. I mean, it's just a physical thing. That's how I see it. I'm sorry that I scratched my behind. I'm Aries, so I'm impulsive, okay? So when I feel it scratching, I scratch it. But you're Aquarius, so you can take it. But anyways, oh my God. I'm happy it wasn't Libra. No, I'm Libra rising actually. So it was my Libra rising side that wanted to say that. Let me put on my glasses so I can see the cards. While I'm shuffling the Aquarius for this week, astrology card of the week. But we have the sun going into, on Thursday, going into your 11th house. Yeah, this is your house, actually. And this means, and also we have Mercury here, of course, the retrograde that I talked about, who's squaring Neptune, which makes what I just said a little even worse. But then we also have Jupiter in here, and there's a very good combination once at the end of, in the second part of the week, the Sun meets up with Jupiter. Woo! Even though everything's going to square Mars and stuff like that, we will have very good things and challenges. Gotta try to find the combination, but with all this in your 11th house, Jupiter actually returning for the first time in 11 years. 11, said the shaman freak who loves that. Can give you some like excitement for the future, what the future holds, and plus your more idealistic sides and the innovative side of you, socializing, networking side will come out. But the Pisces-Neptune square can be complex along with the Mars Sun-Jupiter square this weekend. So earthy issues and everyday finances can come up for you guys. So you have to perhaps have to compromise something in regards to your hopes, or maybe you're gonna chase something that you cannot get. You never know. Card of the week for the Sagittarius. You see it before me. If someone says something, North Node, life purpose, I will get into it. If someone that says something this week, I just want to say it while I remember, that seems too idealistic, no, too good to be true, or too, be aware, something like that. Be aware. It's important to be aware. And you are this card is pointing towards the North Node of the Moon, who is in your 6th house in Cancer. Apparently, because it is for 1.5 years approximately still to go. Apparently, you still have to pay attention to your health. There's still something where you're not treating your body right. There's something that you know that you're doing where you're not treating your body right, or you're not having the right structure in your life, your day-to-day routines, you're organizing how you organize your life, how you eat, how you exercise, how you sleep. There's something there still not completely right for you. Are you drinking? Are you smoking marijuana? Are you just smoking? Are you doing something that your body really wants you to not do? North Node of the Moon is pointing towards there. Try to ask yourself that. But generally, have some optimism. It's good for you. It's not that I want to take something away from you, because once we teach our egos not to just want only the positive and the good things, it's gonna help you, because when you get the negative things, you have to know it's the ego that stigmatizes it as negative. There's another side of you that can see that everything is supposed to happen, and it comes always in at the right time. You just have to pinpoint why did it come in. Then you can be optimistic about it. That's how I live my life. So it works. Full moon in Gemini in your sister sign on Friday, of course. It's balancing between your romantic and your social needs, you can say. If you use too much time with the friends in general, well, friends gonna want your attention. Or if you use too much time with your romantic partner, if you use too much time with your friends, your romantic partner is gonna want your attention. If you use too much time with your romantic partner, or a lot of time, not too much, a lot, then your friend's gonna want your attention, perhaps. But a social thing here. You're not sitting home alone. Either one person or 5 will be there. But showcase your ideas, your networking, and be enthusiastic. Mercury and Neptune might be so that there's someone who doesn't understand your plans completely, or someone who's dishonest, hard to deal with. So be aware if someone is dishonest, and if someone you want something with romantically but seem too mysterious, take care. Here you're like, use your fire, go out there, and show off a little bit, showcase your ideas. Maybe others will also have some ideas, but they won't bruise and batter you. They will just be a little bit in competition with you, but you might think it's fun just because these people aren't really fighting. If you should look at it, it's 5 of Wands. You can also look it up if you want to. They aren't really fighting, but they're showing off, and there's some resistance, but it's more like a show off. No one's getting bruised and battered. But share values with those that you love, and some ideas here that you have, you can shine with even extra, because your second ruler Saturn is making a nice aspect to Mars this week. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Show them what you got. We want to see it. Arigatou gozaimasu. See you in section 2 or next week. Welcome to part 2 of the show. I'm sorry for a little bit of a noise here from the car. It's because I'm traveling to Tokyo, so I have to do this on the road, some of it at least. So, well, I just want to mention before we go into section 2, where we will have some interesting things to talk about that will be beneficial for you as a light worker and on your journey through developing yourself towards a higher vibration. 5D, from 3D to 5D. Neptune is stopping this week to go forward. Neptune is in Pisces. This has a lot to do with us and our spiritual soul. So depending on where this falls in your chart, it's about the dreams we have, and how we in this area have been held ourselves back to clean up, so that we can move forward in a completely new spiritual realm. Half a year is a lot. And for me, it's been my creative projects that has had an operation, like going to the surgery room to be operated at the hospital for half a year to see what is the next step for me as a light worker. So regardless of what it's been for you, if you've done your light work with yourself, because essentially doing light works is actually the primary part of the light work is actually the light work that you do with yourself. And if you've done that, you will now feel that there's something in one, or perhaps more than one, area of your life which is now being set free to blossom, free to flourish in an even more beautiful way than before, in a new light. With Neptune, the results may not go as fast in actually manifesting in the three-dimensional physical material world, but you will feel the changes inside already now. Little by little, everything will go just as it was planned before man had a watch on their arm to decide time was there to limit us in certain ways. But I say let it burn so it can rise. Before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. And the work you do for yourself, as I said, you do automatically for the earth. And the earth is calling everyone who wants to clean up and take us all to another evolutionary step forward by balancing the spiritual and the material world. Ego has such an immense pull upon our consciousness and awareness. On a daily basis, ego doesn't allow that our consciousness expands. That is why we feel the resistance in our ego-based culture with the so-called alternative things. They call all of these light worker methods that we use on a spiritual level to tools to raise our consciousness. They are really natural, but the ego doesn't allow our expansiveness to grow, or our consciousness to grow and expand, of course. We work, for example, with meditation to remove ourselves from the power of the ego and control of the ego over us. The ego is a tool, only a tool that we take when we need it, but it takes control of the wheel. But the ego is very clever, quote unquote, because in meditation, both happiness and sorrows can act as distractions.
Let them be where they are, the happiness and sorrows, while you meditate, and move beyond them. Move beyond the ego. The ego can take both faces. The reason why we have the depression and the whole down feeling in the lives of many light workers is because it's time to see how bad it really is, so that we can motivate ourselves to do something about it. As a child and a young teenager and a teenager, I was a captain of my team, a handball team, because my role even today is to motivate people to see their best potential and teamwork with others to lift us. What is your role? What is your role? The main role will always be the work that you do on yourself. The authenticity and how you dare to show it in your life and be honest about it. Be heartful when you speak, not out of hatred or anything brutal or negative. We're reaching a critical mass point now when the truth is coming out. You need to do some cord cutting so that the whole earth can move a step up. Emotions and words have a life. That's why our prayers have a life too. It's the law of attraction. So watch what you say. You attract things you don't want by staying in a certain word modes and speaking modes. You're calling on these words vibrations, the law of attraction. If you fear, you only attract what you don't want. Don't have to go into details, but stay away from fear. Don't immense fear. It's fear that creates the access to all that you don't want in your life to come your way. Whenever you get close to reacting and the domino effect hit you, you get a grip, breathe deeply, and you respond. You don't react. And how you get a grip? Well, see it from a higher perspective. The moment you get stuck in your emotions, you lose your touch with your higher self. Be aware, raise awareness when this happens. You're feeding dark energy with reactionary behavior. You are easily controlled by darkness and ignorance when you are feeding this side with lower emotions. Be non-reactionary is the trick. Again, the answer is don't follow trends, follow your heart. I know that it takes a lot of practice to be able to do, but try to speak with people with the 5D presence. Or you can also call it just heightened awareness, meditation state, godly presence. You can call it whatever you want, but try to speak with people in that presence. You will help them move up as well. That is the light work we can do. All of us can do. It's hard, but it's damn worth it. React instead of responding and catch yourself quickly. All light workers are unpacking everything prior to this moment, also from past lives, talents, skills, and all the negative, more heavy stuff, of course, because it's now we need to use our capacities unaffected. So you have been walking away from painful situations because these are the times to upgrade and don't stay stuck in meaningless relationships, meaningless fights that are draining you and others' energy. We need that energy for better purposes. With Venus in retrograde, it's been our old lives dying out now, old jobs, old relationships. Surrender it all to God is the task here. It's just so important to remember that exactly this Venus retrograde is completely unique in this period of time, not like the earlier ones. We've reached a whole nother level, a lot of us, in our relationships. Think 8, 16, 28 years back and feel, where were you? Where are you now? Or just back to 2012 and the latest 6 years, how much have you been moving, growing during this time? All that cannot rise with you now, going into 5 years, now being cleared and cleaned out. We have to start creating in a new way, with 5D energies. Or stay in 3D, as I said last week. It's your choice, basically. You can deny your higher self, your oversoul, but this always has fatal consequences for us. I remember I didn't want to leave a boyfriend that turned out to hold me down spiritually, and the consequences of me here, yeah, they were awful. Ignoring these inner voices. Energy drops came to me, negative lowness, so I left him. These times has been so rough on many light workers. Don't worry. It's time to start over new. Just like I am now. I'm going back to my twin flame. Seeing him next week. Oh my God. After 3 months separated, cleaning, purging in each parts of the universe, the globe, the earth, Japan and Denmark. What have you been doing? And also helping others in each our parts. All of us have had to do these light work things. We are all at ground zero, packing out what we have in our latent light bodies, what we can pack out and actually use now, being as light as possible. Therefore, we are dropping off pain and hurt relationship and career-wise, etc. It may seem like it's all going slow, but it's not. It's coming like boom. Now, slam, kaboom, it's here. Be as much as you can, being in spiritual contemplation, connecting with your higher self, embodying what you came here for. You're coming back into balance. When you're back into balance, you're manifested. Jupiter energy is helping us manifest these new things to ground our new lives. 2019 will not be like 18, so don't be scared of the new energies. They are leading you to something better, even though it feels rough. Let the love reflect in yourself and your closest relationships. Let the love shine, not the lower energies. Let the innocent child that wants care, North Node in Cancer, that wants love, that wants protection, kiss, embrace it. Kiss the ones you love, embrace them, hug them, kill it with kindness. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Now I will share this video where I'm just showing myself vulnerable. If we show ourselves and our vulnerability, we also help consciousness grow, because that comes from an open heart. Thank you.
Lying close to you, feeling your heart beating, and I'm wondering what you dream. I'm wondering if it's me you're seeing, and I kiss your eyes. Thank God we're together. I just wanna stay with you in this moment forever, forever and ever. And I don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss things, even when I dream of you. The sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss things.
There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up. Try again, one day you will break through. What you long for will find you. Through all the hard times,
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.